Good evening everyone. I am Sandeep Kaur. In the last class, we discussed chapter 2 Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. We discussed the main points of the chapter. Basically, I divided the chapter into two parts. First, Mandela's speech or his view on the politics and how he as well as his followers achieved the freedom or how they back the freedom for South Africa. Okay, but here today what we will do, what are his personal views regarding family and oppressor and oppressed and meaning of freedom, what according to him or what are the aspects of freedom according to Mandela. Clear? So please, if you want to go through the whole chapter, you will have to watch this chapter in two parts, right? So next point is balance between the duties of a man. Okay, Mandela says that a real man is who keeps the balance between his duties as a family member and as a citizen of his community or country. Clear? So what he says, we should be very aware that what are our duties as the head of a family, what are our responsibilities as a father, as a brother, as a son, as a husband, as well as we should also know what are our duties as a neighbor or as a citizen of a country or community. But he also says that when you are enslaved, like the black peoples were in South Africa, when you are enslaved or when you are not independent, you are not able to perform both the duties. He has also given his own example that South Africans as well as he himself, they were treated badly and not allowed to perform these duties. That's why I told you in the very starting of the chapter that he was imprisoned for 30 years. He was put into jail when he took the step to do something for his country. See on page number 21, point number 10. It starts from page number 21 itself. In life, every man has twin obligations. Twin obligations means double responsibilities. That I have told you here. Obligations to his family, to his parents, to his wife and children. And he has an obligation to his people. To his people means people of his country or of his community. Okay, then he has compared a humane or civilized society or an enslaved society. What he says is in a humane society, civil and humane society or in an independent country, each man is able to fulfill those responsibilities according to his own inclinations. Inclinations means jhukav. Wherever he feels that he should go, either he is choosing his family or he is choosing his country or community. But in a country like South Africa, where people are enslaved, where there is no independence, what happens? It was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color. My birth and color means where I took birth, where Nelson Mandela took birth, and of his color, of dark color, right, to fulfill both these responsibilities and duties. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. If a person who ever tried to perform both these duties, he was punished, he was put into a jail, he was isolated, he was kept separately. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people, means the people of his country, was inevitably means without any avoidation, without avoiding, ripped from his, ripped means got separated, or he was separated from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart. Means how did those white people, they used to torture these black ones, that if they try to do something for the community, if they try to do something for the country, for its people, what do? They put them in jail. They made them separated from the family. Okay. So next is aspects of freedom according to Mandela. Right? What are his views, or what two kinds of freedoms are there? For a kid, freedom is something else. For a man, freedom is the other thing, totally opposite. So here see page number 22, what he is saying. It was only when I began to learn that my boyhood, okay, not this, I was born with hunger to be free. Right? Means to be free, to be independent. It was his innate quality, inborn quality. From his birth itself, he learned to, or he was in a habit to be free. Why? Because, see, free, he was very free from his since his childhood. Like he is saying, free to run in the fields near my mother's hut, free to swim in the clear streams. Stream means a kind of, river, right? That ran through my village. Free to roast mealies under the stars, have meals under the stars, खुले आसमान के नीचे खाना, right? And ride the broad backs of slow moving bulls. As you see ना कि villages में क्या होता है, छोटे बच्चे जो होते हैं वो बफेलोज और बुल्स की पीठ पर बैठकर एंजॉय करते हैं और उनको पानी पिलाने ले जाना या फिर उनको नदी तक ले जाना. They do all these things, right? So he, for a child, what is freedom for a child? To enjoy nature, to enjoy whatever is around him, okay, to enjoy the small things. But when he grew up, see, same page number 22, right? When he grew up, or when I began to learn that my boyhood means childish freedom, was an illusion. ये तो सिर्फ एक भ्रम थी, वो असली freedom वो नहीं थी. When I discovered as a young man that my freedom had already been taken from me. When he grew up, बड़ा हुआ तो उसको क्या समझ में आया कि freedom तो already मुझसे छिन चुकी है. Because he was not allowed to do any job, he was not allowed to express himself, he was not allowed to move out at night. Clear? So all these kind of freedoms, all these kinds of rights were not given to any person, any black person, please, any black person in South Africa during that time. Clear to you all? Next point is oppressor and oppressed to be liberated. So what is oppressor and what is oppressed first? Oppressor is one who tortures others, and oppressed is one who is being tortured by the oppressor. Okay, so we can say he is the doer and he is the receiver. Clear? So according to Mandela, what is his view? This is a very important question which is often asked in the exams. What is his view about oppressor and oppressed? He says that both are, see, enslaved in their emotions only. Okay? Both need freedom. Both are required to be free. Okay? They are to be liberated. उन दोनों को आज़ादी होनी चाहिए, लेकिन वो दोनों भी आज़ाद नहीं हैं. Why? Because an oppressor, he is engulfed, he is chained. वो किन chains में बंधा हुआ है? The chains of hatred towards the oppressed. नफरत की chains में वो बंधा हुआ है, वो आज़ाद नहीं है. And that hatred, it is not allowing him to grow. That hatred, it is not allowing him to be happy. That hatred, it is not allowing him to be friendly with others, to show the feelings of brotherhood with others. Right? This hatred is not allowing him to live a lively life. Secondly, oppressed. How oppressed is not liberated, or how oppressed is enslaved. So for this, Mandela says that an oppressed person, he is always in a fear, right? That the oppressed would any time torture him, or the oppressed, he is not able to do anything at his own. He has no rights as compared to the oppressor. We can take South. So here we can India. Like before independence, we Indians were under the rule of Britishers. And those Britishers, they were the oppressors and we Indians were the oppressed. वो हमें दबा रहे थे और हम दब रहे थे. तो we can say both need freedom, oppressor from the hatred and oppressed from where? From the slavery. Clear? So this is the last para of this chapter. I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. Clear? Same thing is written over here. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. Oppressed, जो दूसरों की आजादी छीन लेता है वो क्या है? Oppressed है, oppressor है, sorry, right? वो किसका prisoner है? किसने उसको कैद किया है? Hatred ने, नफरत ने. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. उसका जो दिमाग है वो बहुत is very small. वो किसके पीछे कैद है? The bars of strong dislike. Without any reason वो लोगों को dislike कर रहा है. And what happens? Narrow-mindedness, right? I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. तो अगर मैं किसी को गुलाम बना रही हूँ या बना रहा हूँ तो I am also not free. So if I am enslaving everyone or if I am trying to control anyone, so that I am also not free, right? Because I am that person. He or she continuously all the time roams in my mind. He is always in my mind. His thought is always in my mind, right? And my mind itself is not free. Clear? So what he is saying, just as surely I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. तो oppressed क्या है? अगर उसकी freedom लेती है किसी ने, तो he is also not free. The oppressed and oppressor like are robbed of their humanity. दोनों की humanity मानवता जैसे किसी ने चुरा ली हो. किसने? Oppressed ने oppressor की और oppressor ने oppressed की humanity को चुरा लिया है. कैसे? यहाँ पर hatred की वजह से और यहाँ पर slavery की वजह से. So last point is what? Last point is the whole sum and substance and the theme we can see of the chapter. This is patience and perseverance guided by discipline and system yield the desired results. हमारे पास अगर पेशेंस है, क्लियर, अगर सहन शक्ति है और perseverance is also the same thing when we have that endurance power to bear everything और उसके साथ हमारे पास क्या हो? Discipline and system. Clear? So we can have the desired results. As Nelson Mandela, his ancestors as well as his followers, they achieved the aim of his life to set South Africa free from the white people. They got the desired results. How? With patience and perseverance, which was guided by discipline and system, proper system only. Clear? So this was the explanation of the main points through which we have covered almost the whole chapter. Now I am going to explain you all the main points which can be asked in the form of extracts or short questions or long questions in the exam from your book. I am going to read it. Please open your book, everyone. Offline students as well as online students, open your book, all of you. I am going to underline some lines and we'll discuss some questions. Yes. So just now we discussed the main points of the chapter in which I covered all the whole explanation of the poem. So now we are going to do the important names, words and lines which can be very helpful for your answers, short answers, long answers as well as if extracts are asked in the exam. Right? So the very first thing which is there in your chapter, that is the date 10th May. Please keep in mind why I am repeating this date again and again, so that you people can learn it in the online class itself. So the first is 10th May 1994. This date, if you write in your answers, if the question related to this date will be there in your exam, so it will be very beneficial or it will look very catchy in your answers. Right? Next is the names. One is Mandela's daughter. second Deputy President Mr. D. Clark. First Deputy President Thabo Mbeki. So you will learn, you will cram all these names as well as dates. They will look very catchy if you mention in your answers in your exam. Clear? Now come to the important lines of the chapter. See, on page number 16, that is the very first page of this chapter, there is a line, never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another. The paper setter can ask you, who is the speaker of this line? So obviously Nelson Mandela is the speaker of this line. Which beautiful line is mentioned over here? That is South Africa. Oppression of one by another means slavery or dominance of the powerful over the weak. Clear? Next is page number 18. Clear? So here we have second paragraph. Here a word of speech in Nelson Mandela's speech, a word is written, extraordinary human disaster. What do you mean by extraordinary human disaster? That is apartheid or discrimination. Clear? Next, there is a word, outlaws, written over there. Outlaws means those people who are not treated according to the law, those people who are not treated equally. Okay, so they are called as outlaws. Next is page number 19. Here is a line in para 1. From below it is first, second, third, fourth, fifth. From below it is fifth line. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. So here, who is the speaker here? Or who is I here? Nelson Mandela. Okay, who are they here? They are the generals of South Africa, the higher officials of South African military, right? So what does he want to say over here? That if this has happened few years back, so they would not have saluted me, they would have arrested me. Clear? Because few years back, he was a prisoner, he was a rebel, right? He was not at such a position which he has reached today. Clear? So with the place, which place is here? It is the place, see that amphitheater which we did in the previous video. I told you all what is an amphitheater. Place is that here, speaker is Nelson Mandela here. They are who? The high officials of military, South African military, and they can ask you any of the word meaning or any synonym or antonym also. Clear? Then come to page number 20. That long and noble line, it is second paragraph, from below fourth line, fourth and fifth line. That long and noble line ended and now began again with me. So which line, which long and noble line is asked over here? The line of all the patriots of South Africa. Okay, which started or which were in the revolt. Who started this, what do you call it, revolt before Mandela. Okay, so their line ended. How did it end? As they are no more now. Okay, and now began again with me. What has began again with him? The line of prosperity, the feeling, the atmosphere of prosperity, it has started again with Mandela. Right? Next is page number 21. Okay, it is, here is a line, first paragraph, he is saying, my country is rich in minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil. South Africa, it is known for its natural resources which are gems, or I told you in the previous video also petroleum wells and see diamonds and all. Okay, so he is saying ki they are also the see very valuable resources, but what is more valuable, that is the people of his country, and he calls them or he refers them to as purest diamonds. Next is, I learned the meaning of courage. Time and again I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. I have seen men stand up to attack and torture without breaking, showing us strength and resilience that defies the imagination. So here what he is saying, he has given a new definition to courage. Courage is what? When we raise our voice against something, when we say stop to anything which is wrong. Okay, so here he is saying that time and again I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. For an idea means for a particular thing, for a positive idea, like here for independence, for the independence of, okay, for the freedom of South Africa, many men and women, they gave their lives. So this is courage, he is saying. I have seen men stand up to attacks and resilience that defies the imagination. So here he is saying resilience, the meaning is given here in the glossary itself, the ability to deal with any kind of hardship and recover from its effects. Endurance, सहन शक्ति, that is called resilience. Strength and resilience क्या करती है? Imagination को रोक देती है. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear. किसी से ना डरना, निडर होना, that is not courage. But courage is what? To fight against bad thing, to fight against the dominance of the bad people, right? That is courage. Next is, people must learn to, same page number 21, not last paragraph, the paragraph which is just above the oral comprehension check, that is, people must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Its opposite means love's opposite. And what is the opposite of love? Hate. Clear? So here what he is saying, कि people should learn how to love. Okay? People must learn to hate, but if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. Means people can be taught if they are treated equally, if they are treated in a well manner, they can learn how to love others, how to spread peace in a country, which is very much required for the development of a country, right? If they can taught to hate each other, they can be taught to love each other, right? Next is here an inspiration which he is giving to us. I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. So this is, he is telling us about one of the episodes when he was in prison for 30 years. So one day, what did he learn or what did he see? Even in the grimmest time, grimmest means saddest, very worst time in the prison, when any comrades and I were pushed to our limits. Pushed to our limits means when we were tortured to death, right? I would see a glimmer of humanity. Glimmer means a shine of humanity. What do you call it? A spectacle of, or a spectrum of what? Humanity. In one of the guards, उसने एक गार्ड के अंदर एक झलक देखी, a glimpse he saw in one of the guards. किसका glimpse? Humanity का, positivity का, goodness का. Perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. If he would not have seen that humanity, that glimpse of humanity in that guard, then he might have broken over there. But that humanity, that glimpse, that positive ray of hope, it kept him moving. It kept him keep on the struggle. Clear? So that's why he said that man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. कि जो हमारी goodness है, positive qualities हैं, उनको दबाया जा सकता है. They can be hidden, suppressed for some time, okay, but they cannot be extinguished. उनको खत्म करना, it is very difficult because they are natural. God has given us those qualities, right? Page number 22. I was not born with a hunger to be free. I was not born with, okay, a hunger to be free. Means in the very childhood he did not know what is actual freedom. Okay, that we have discussed in today's video also, but this line can be there. Which hunger is being described over here? Hunger of freedom, right? So because he never felt that he was enslaved or he was under someone's dominance, because he was as a kid he felt that freedom is just to enjoy the life, and he got every chance to enjoy the life, right? Next is page number 23. Okay, page number 23. First line. It was this desire for freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect that animated my life. Animated means completely changed my life, transformed my life. Okay, when he grew up, he learned what is real freedom. Real freedom is not to just move here and there, to enjoy the rivers or to run in the fields. Okay, this is not actual freedom when you grow up. So, real freedom is when your people are free. They are free to take their own decisions. They are free to adopt any profession, right? They have equal dignity with others. So, here he is saying it was the desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect that animated life. So, his desire as well as the desire or wish of other people to live the life freely. This transformed his life completely. And this, how it transformed? It changed him from a frightened means डरा हुआ, सहमा हुआ, nervous, okay, having less confidence, right, unconfident man. So it changed him from a frightened young man into a bold one. It made him bold. Others' support, it made him bold. That drove a law-abiding attorney. Law-abiding means who follows all the rules and regulations. Attorney is generally used for an advocate, right? So the pain of his people, the pain of the people of his own country, that is South Africa, right? It made him a criminal. From where? From a law-abiding person. Earlier he was very disciplined, but now he fought for the people of his own country. It turned him a family-loving husband to a man without a home. Earlier he loved his family very much, but the feeling of patriotism, the love which suddenly grew in his heart for the people of his country, it overweighed the love for his family. मतलब देश के प्रति जो प्रेम था वो ज़्यादा हो गया एज कंपेयर जितना कि वो फैमिली से करता था. और इसी बात ने what did it do? It forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. जो जिंदगी को इतना प्यार करता था वो अब monk. Monk means a person who moves here and there, right? A kind of भिक्षु और साधु we can say, जिसको किसी चीज़ से प्यार नहीं है, सिर्फ किससे प्यार है? With his country only. Right, so this can be a very, these are very important lines, and this can be the part of your paper 2-mark question. What changes took place in Mandela? Okay, when he got when he grew up, so you can say कि he changed from a frightened to bold one. Okay, law-abiding to criminal, family-loving to without home, and life-loving man to live like a monk. 4-5 lines are there, right? Next, very important, which we have already discussed in explanation itself, the oppressed and the oppressor, that I have explained you in the main points in very detail. Clear? So this is all about this chapter, Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. Okay, I hope we have discussed enough regarding this chapter. Try to do all the important questions as well as textual questions which are given in the back of your in the back exercise of your book. Plus, must write the character sketch of Mandela. Right? Character sketch. How to write a character sketch, that I have already shared a video on this, and to offline students I have taught you all how to write a character sketch. Clear? That's all regarding the chapter. Thank you very much.